Greetings, I'm Gino with Centurion Armament. Today we're going to go over EDC. It seems to be a hot topic as of late again, and with all the new conflicts going on, I'm getting a lot of inquiries. People buying their first gun, or starting to actually carry their gun, or just people that are wanting to be a little bit more prepared ask, what should I EDC? And when you get on YouTube, you see a lot of videos that go over people carrying everything but the kitchen sink. So you got people with leg-mounted medical holsters, entry equipment, full trauma kits on their belt. Now, nothing wrong if you want to carry that. If you want to carry that, go for it. I don't do that. Typically, I like to scale up with my kit. So if you see the video that we put out previously about a sustainment bag, we kind of go over similar bags that we carry on a day-to-day basis. Not always on our backs, but within immediate access, typically. So today, we're just going to go over our first line, so our EDC, as everyone likes to call it. So what I'll do is I'll go through exactly what I carry first, and then we'll kind of touch on each one and why we decided to carry them. So, got my wallet. This is the ISG wallet. You check out integratedskillsgroup.com. If you don't know it, you should know it. And this is a wallet we designed about 6 or 7 years ago. Pretty cool system. More on that later. Glock 19, and inside the waistband appendix holster, made by Traditional Arms. We'll go over that in a second. Glock 19 spare mag. Sometimes that changes to a 17 mag with an extender, depending on what I'm doing. Literally the same holster, the only difference is the monoblock versus the dual clips. It's just easier to get on and off. This is AKA my lazy holster, so I put it out here just to show you. And then Surefire V1 Vampire, Microtech OTF knife, AirPods, very important, and then keys. So that's my EDC. It's really simple. I'm in Florida. We don't really have the opportunity to layer up too much, so having a bunch of shit on me is quite difficult. So let's break down each and every one. The ISG wallet. With the ISG wallet, we did a few things with this. Really thick, I think it's Sapichi leather, as well as built-in lockpick set. Nice little entry tool set. So I know I shit on those just in the beginning of the video, but this is a way to kind of forget about it if you have it on you. Get in and out of places whenever you need to. Pretty cool thing. Check out integratedskillsgroup.com/shop. This is actually the first one we designed. It's not even sealed leather, so it was really just something I wanted to beat the hell out of and see how well it goes. And 7 years strong, great wallet. And I hold a lot of shit with me, so that thing holds a lot of stuff. So the firearm, whoa, 124 grain spear, gold dot. This is the Traditional Arms light bearing jab. So we have a concealment wing on there. We have dual discrete carry concepts clips. Got gray Kydex in the middle, and then the Louis V pattern on the outside, because why not, you know? It's cool looking. So that's that. The firearm itself is a Gen 5 Glock 19. I'm a big fan of Glock. I'm definitely not a Glock fanboy, but this is there's a reason it's one of the most popular handguns in the world right now. What do I put on it? Well, first off, we'll do tip to butt, like everyone likes to say. Agency Arms threaded barrel. So I put these on all of my handguns, well, generally all my handguns, just because if you see the sustainment bag video, I carry a suppressor in there. So I do like being able to put that on and off. It's nice. Underneath that, we have a TLR7 Streamlight. I prefer Surefire, but in this case, EDC has to also be comfortable, and that X300 just digging into your pelvis is just not very comfortable. So this bad boy gets the job done, as well as I have another light as well. So really, this gets the majority of the use. This is a no shit light. Internal changes, none, except for a Ghost 3.5 pound disconnector. This brand for iron sights is Night Fission, and these are the optics compatible sights. I really like these over some of the other suppressor height sights that are out there. It's not like absolute co-witness, it's a lower co-witness. So this way it doesn't obscure too much of my dot, but it also gives me a tritium front and a blacked out rear. So I have a good backup iron sight system that doesn't really get in the way. And I made sure that the rear iron sight is in front of the red dot, so I have a nice clear sight picture. And my main optic source is closer to my face. So I like that a lot. Going back from there is a Steiner MPS. I really like these. Obviously, aim point's amazing. The new RMR enclosed emitter is also awesome. We haven't put enough rounds through the new Trijicon enclosed emitter to kind of suggest it yet, but we're really happy with it. The Steiner MPS is great. The battery life is good. It's built very well. It looks cool, so that's a huge plus. But Another thing, another reason I carry this on here is we do a lot of night vision stuff. And out of all of them, this seems to be the crispest. It looks great, and all the settings are very clear. The presentation's great on that under nod, so I really appreciate that, and that's one of the reasons I carry it. And going below that, we have a Timney Alpha competition trigger. We love these things. In fact, as far as upgraded triggers go for Glocks right now, we have never had one come back. And that may sound like not a big deal, but we break everything. Our customers break everything. Nothing's safe. In fact, this is one of the few things that we've never had a return of. And the great thing is that majority of people that end up buying these triggers shoot the shit out of their guns. So they're shooting competitions, they're training, they're instructors. These things rock. Love them. As far as like Glock aftermarket triggers, I feel like these are not only the most reliable for an upgrade, as well as the performance increase is great. There's a couple other companies that are dropping, and it's borderline the same or negligible better than just the stock trigger with a ghost disconnector in it. So that's that. Going beneath that, we have a double undercut as well as a E4 stippling pattern that we do here in-house. So I like this pattern. It's really good. It's a good intermediate pattern that gives me a lot of grip, but it doesn't shred my stomach when I'm carrying it every day. So that's nice because I don't wear an undershirt. And then last but definitely not least is the Agency flared magazine well. And I took this off for a while because it really doesn't help with printing. As you can see, it kind of flares out pretty considerably. So this definitely doesn't do you any favors if you're trying to be a little bit more covert. But it really helps me run this gun almost identically to its full-size counterpart, the 17. And the reason I say that is because this kind of forces my hand up into the gun. So I have larger hands. So with a Glock 19, my pinky generally falls over the edge of the bottom of the magazine well. And it really doesn't do me any favors as far as leverage. So with this, it allows me to grip it, and it pushes my hand up into the frame of the pistol. And with this thing on here, it's night and day, the comparison. So it really allows me to get a good, positive, high-tang grip and just lock my hand in there. And when I'm shooting, I can shoot this thing as fast as I can shoot my Glock 17, and I don't really feel a recoil impulse difference. Now, if I took that off, it feels like I'm shooting Glock 19 again. So I thought that decrease in covert, carry with just a little bit of printing from that really makes a difference performance-wise. So I was willing to take that, not risk, but willing to take that. So going forward over here, this is just a Glock 19 mag. Sometimes I'll put a 17 mag with a 5-round extender on it if I'm feeling fancy or froggy. I use a monoblock on this. This is also from Traditional Arms. We have an adjustable magazine retention screw here, which is great. I can literally use 1911 mags with this. I can use 2011 mags. I can carry whatever the hell I want with it. It's pretty cool. And 99% of the time, this is what I'm carrying. Sometimes I don't carry a spare mag, depending on my clothes, but this monoblock's great. It's a really good way to just have a very small profile that holds true, So with just a single clip, I find them to end up tilting and moving around inside your belt. And this really allows me to have a repeatable index point for my magazine. Because, you don't want to go down and have the muscle memory of when you're shooting, all right, my magazine's here, and then you got to reach for it, your mag's over there, or tilted the completely opposite way. So this gives you a nice repeatable location for you to grab your spare magazine. I spoke about this, that's the same holster. The only difference is it has a monoblock. So it gives me quick on and off capability, whereas this is a little bit more of a pain in the ass to get off your belt, but it's a little bit better of a lockup and repeatable presentation. Going to the Surefire. This is the V1 Vampire. I love this little light. It's hard to find these days too. Not everybody has them. We do. But I love everything about this thing. I actually I hear a little bit of complaints when it comes to its brightness, but the first setting of white light is more than bright enough for pretty much anything you're gonna need. And the second setting, the admin brightness is great. I love how it's just nice and dim. It just gives you just enough light, and I'm a big fan of that. I like the tail cap. It's very crisp. It's protected, so you don't have to worry about NDs or it going off in your pocket. In fact, the highest area of wear is around that, so I can just imagine how many NDs this has protected me from. But another big thing that I like about it is that the head switches off and then also into IR. So again, we do a lot of night vision stuff here. So having a my white light that I carry on me every day, so being able to switch to IR is huge. I mean, it's very, very beneficial for me. So I like that, and I also like the fact that it has an off function. More often than not, I leave it in the off function. There's generally a few times where I need to quickly grab my light and light something up under stress where I can't just turn it on and then go, okay, I'm gonna use it. That's what this is for. So I like that, and not having to worry about, accidentally, discharging the light, or, hitting the button by accident and then it just sitting on in my pocket. That's a pain in the ass. So that's a really nice feature, as well as if you need to put it in your vest or something, you don't have to worry about anything going off. And the last thing I really like about this is the fact that this clip, it goes both ways. I love that. I mean, it's not like a unique thing. A lot of different companies offer it, but this allows me to just put it in my jeans pocket, in my back left pocket is where I carry it normally, sitting like this, but I can take that off and the clip goes the other direction. So I can shove it in a hat. If I'm wearing a hat, I can put it in the brim of my hat and boom, I have a headlamp. Or you can put it in a vest. You can push it down this way. You can flip it down this way. There's a lot of different options, and I like the usability. I thought they did a good job with that. Moving on to my knife. So I don't always carry this knife. This is a fancier knife than I normally would carry. I have a 0 tolerance that I generally carry around. I think it's an 0350 something. It's just a standard, pocket knife. It has a little assist on it, but other than that, I don't really get too fancy with it. This every now and then I'll carry. I think it's fun. A little Microtech, a little out the front gentleman with a window breaker on the side. It's cool. Definitely not the best option in my opinion for self-defense, but it works. AirPods. As much as I don't want to admit it, I'm a businessman now, so I have to, I'm on the phone 24/7, so I need it. And then my keys. So that is pretty much the overview of what I carry and some of the thoughts behind why I carry what I do. And I hope it was beneficial to you guys and give you some information, maybe help you select what you're going to be using for your EDC equipment going forward. If you have any questions, please like, comment, subscribe, do that whole YouTube jargon, or just call the shop, see if we are willing to answer the phone. I'm kidding, we will. And we'll help you out. We're here to help, guys. So thanks for watching, and I hope you have a good rest of your day. Take care.